You think they won't absorb it? You think, I'll teach them lessons when they're older. No, you teach them lessons now.
I don't say no right away. Because saying no right away is telling them, I can't tell my mom anything or my parents.
We have a bit of time to ask them questions before we have to let them go. Now is your chance. Who would like to ask?
So, since you're on YouTube, Cheska, in the future, if probably Kendra or one of your children would like to go to YouTube, would you let them do vlogging? And I have a problem with my son because yung phone niya, YouTube Kids lang. But nakikita niya sa ibang classmates niya yung ibang YouTube. Sabi niya, bakit sa'yo mama iba? Bakit iba yung pinapakita mo sa akin?
Bakit pa ganun yung YouTube logo? Hindi straight. Oo. Kasi our kids are growing up in a generation na social media is there. Exposure for your kids to social media. Things that you don't allow sa kids mo, but they see it sa iba. How do you deal with that?
If Kendra and Scarlett and Gavin decide later on that they want to have their YouTube account, if they're old enough already, medyo hindi mo na makokontrol kung ano yung content na gusto nilang ilagay. But hopefully, in this growing years of theirs that we're guiding our children, they pick up on the values and the morals that we teach them. And we have discussions like that. They always tell them, it's easy to make content, but it's hard to find a purposeful one. Always ask yourself, is it purposeful? Will it help a lot of people? Will you touch lives? And that's what my husband and I are doing. We're raising intentional children. Hopefully, with that, we have good citizens, and maybe later on, they might be good leaders also. In terms of your son asking, bakit iba yung channels ng YouTube ko sa classmates ko, I have my daughter asking me the same thing. And I always tell my daughter, Kendra, you can't just do what everybody else is doing just because they're doing it. So you mean if somebody jumps on the cliff, you'll jump also? Kasi ginagawa ng lahat.
Classic.
Diba? So sabi ko, tanongin mo rin sarili mo. Why do you want to watch that? Is it any good for you? How is it influencing you? Does it change your character? I said, their parents will have to worry with their own children. Me, you are my concern. So I always ask first, what is it that you want to watch? Why do you like watching it? So I don't say no right away. Because saying no right away is telling them, I can't tell my mom anything or my parents. And we already know that because that happened to us. Yung mga parents said, hindi pwede! Umuwi ka na! Wala man lamang tanong, diba, why?
No, if you try to ask why, kasi ganun
At saka, pag tinanong mo, why, titignan ka pa. Why ka dyan, bastos? Iba na ngayon ng mga kids.
Yeah.
You have to ask them, why do you like it? What are you learning from it? Always inquire, always ask. And then at the same time, share also why you don't want, why you don't feel like it's good for them, and discuss what is our common ground here. Kumbaga, nakikipag-usap ka lang sa kaibigan mo, pero hindi lang to kaibigan mo, anak mo to. You want to teach them to be open to you and see also your point of view. So you weigh the pros and cons.
Dylan is 1 and Calix is 3.
Calix is 3.
Have you thought about when you will allow them their own social media gadgets? Yes, gadgets including. How do you deal with, kunyari, yung anak mo bawal mag-chucky. Lahat ng classmates yung nag-chucky.
Yeah.
How do you deal with stuff like that?
Oh my gosh, that exact thing happened in school. Where's my Dutch mill?
Yeah.
Where's my Dutch mill? Wala tayong Dutch mill. Tubig lang meron tayo. No, it's hard kasi, diba? Like, especially if you send them to school and then the teachers say, as much as possible, please try to make sure na yung baon ng anak nyo ay healthy, diba? May mga guidelines eh. And I think it's for the specific reason. It's because kids come to their parents and they're like, bakit may chocolate-covered pretzels yung classmate ko sa akin? Grapes lang. As a mom of a young kid, I think that, and just to take off your example sa phone, diba? Iba yung YouTube. My technique would be, but does your classmate have Candy Crush? Does your classmate have this app that makes your coloring books come alive? There's so many different apps for kids. And I think that one of the strategies, parang you divert, or you show him what he does have as compared to his cousin.
Child's version of don't look at the blessings of others, look at your blessings.
Look at your blessings. Yeah. So that's if your child is mga ganon, 1, 2, or 3, and they don't yet have the concept of comparing and comparing.
Yeah.
They don't have Candy Crush, anak.
Every time we sleep, he wants to watch. How can I revert back to like making kwento because nasanay na ano eh.
What I always say is that don't use your phones, your laptops, and your iPads as a bribe to your children. Because later on, pag hindi nila nakuha yung gusto nila, kayo din may habit din kayo. Bad habit din ninyo yan. Na tinuro rin ninyo sa anak ninyo na every time magsusumpong, every time na you're doing something or you're busy, oh, here's the iPad, here's the laptop, here's the... Siyempre, after a while, the child thinks it's okay. Diba? This is what I'm gonna do. I'll just cry a bit or I'll just throw a fit and then my mom or my dad will give me or my yaya. For me, this is what I think. Because I've also had that problem with my children. I was also in that place. But then, I realized that, nag-iba na yung ugali nito. Parang pag hindi mo binibigay, galit. Tapos if you say, oh, enough na ha, galit na galit, iba. Sabi, ano to? Spirit ng ng iPad. Tatanggalin ko nga to. So I really made a conscious effort to remove it. And when they would cry, I always tell them, find ways to entertain yourselves. Talk to each other. Okay, you're not talking to each other. Bring your pencil and your paper. Draw. And I always tell them, we survived. Back in the day, we didn't have these things. We entertained ourselves. We looked at our books. We drew. We colored. Do the same thing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Imagine how many hours your child spends looking, and sometimes you guys are eating, he's just looking there and looking at glimpse only. What are the missed moments?
Yeah.
So much missed moments. So much opportunities to talk and to get to know your children, diba?
Sorry, so how did you revert from them on it to not? Cold turkey.
Cold turkey confiscate. There's actually a book called Digital Cocaine, and you should read it. It's an eye-opener for all parents.
It's hard to control the one kasi kita na yung three.
Oo.
So yeah, how do you deal with that?
I constantly struggle with the concept of kids nowadays and gadgets. Because you can't exactly not let them have it because that's where the world is going, right? If they're not digital, how are they going to survive the world? Or how are they going to maneuver? They're going to be behind. And if you're antagonizing social media and gadgets all the time, there are so many good lessons to be learned on social media, diba? You can take your classes online, you can find answers online, so it's also a very helpful tool. I always say that habits, values, they're not taught, they're caught. If you want to revert back to the talking and talking, you and your husband have to put away your gadgets as well.
No, we don't eh. Dayaya lang kasi.
You have to tell Yaya. You have to
Tell
talk to
Yaya.
her.
Yaya also has to be very engaging. Yaya also has to be creative in activities that they can do other than just plugging your child in the computer. Sabihin mo your laptop sleeping.
Low bat.
Yeah.
Ako lagi, low bat.
No back.
Low bat.
Cannot be kasi we have to charge but the
Yeah.
socket is sira.
Yeah. Galing. Mga stories.
I think keep on making excuses until he realizes pwede naman palang mag-read books ulit.
Get a nice book.
Talk to Yaya also.
Si Yaya has to know that she has to put a limit. As the authority when it comes to taking care of your child.
We have a Viber group with our Yayas at home. So, ang ginagawa ko, pinapadala ko sila ng mga articles. O, yan na, basahin nyo yan na, sabi ganito, ganyan. Get everybody involved. That's our village eh.
And also about the tama that we should be conscious also that we're not also. Kasi bakit sila bawal if tayo were on it also. And then about the tantrums, sakto sa age na mga 1 to 4 na anak. Especially toddlers, they test kung hanggang saan nila kaya eh. So even if they cry and cry, let them cry. I always do this and my husband dies. Papayakin ko yan, she will not win this. Lagi ako ganun.
In public, when you're out?
We have this
Okay.
at home. Kunyari like, ayaw mag-toothbrush, something. No, Lucia, you have to brush your teeth.
Yeah.
And she's like, just have it.
Yeah.
And then, kunyari, my husband will say like, okay na, mamaya na lang, or something, or with screen time, whatever. I'm always like, she's not gonna win this. I'm gonna, because if they know that, if they cry louder, even if mag-no ka, yung tatay pala mag-yes, just really put your foot down. And when they know na you're the authority naman, at saka after naman, lalambingin mo naman siya, di ba? So they know that it's really out of love.
Isn't it funny how you hear these things before na, oh, they will really test your patience. But when you're a new mom, you're like, what? They're gonna test my patience. And then when it finally happens, you're like, what? What is happening? Diba? It's so funny. Oh my gosh. You guys, we're in it for the long haul. This is it.
talking about tantrums and all, I have an 11-month-old. When does discipline really, should it, okay now it should commence?
Well, Dylan is medyo fresh pa. So,
Ito medyo maldita na siya eh. So she's 17 months already. Meron na siya, may saltik na siya eh. Bigla siyang, Dylan, no. Talagang she'll throw her. As in the whole, pero for a while lang. It happens around, after they turn 1, and when they know that when they smile, kinikilig ka, they will use that against you. When they know that they're a separate person from mommy. Diba, when they're babies, they're like, oh, mommy forever, mommy forever. But when they know that they can distance themselves, diba, and it has an effect on you, I think that's when they start testing.
When they do something, tell them to stop it, then look at the camera.
Yeah, like that.
Stop it!
Huh? What do you mean?
Stop
it?
Yeah! Kami ni Dog, what we do is we start off with talking first to our children.
Yes.
Not palo right away. But if you ask me if we make palo, yes, we make palo. But we haven't made palo our kids in a long, long time already. Parang alam na nila. We start off with warnings. Talk to them. So I don't say, what's wrong with you? Ano ba? Always ask, can you please explain to me why we're here in this situation? And then explain. Okay, now I know. This is what I think about it. Parang feeling ko, you have to close that communication gap and start young. Na they're used to telling you what they feel.
Yes.
May mga times na they really try, gusto na papalo mo, pero yung palo is, I will have to discipline you. Para hindi nanggagaling sa akin, may realization din sila.
They have to know why. It's
Kasi nga tayo, we're married eh. It's so important for us to communicate. What more our children? As like Dr. said kanina, diba? It's important to communicate.
but this one is applicable pag 3, 4. How about kapag 1, 2 na hindi pa na verbalize? I know this is medyo long ago for you, but how do you do it with your kids?
I love to talk. I will sing my sentences. And this is something that my eldest has picked up. We'll talk to each other in song. Ganun. And this has been so effective for me, is ever since he was a baby, I would tell him everything that we were doing. Okay, we're gonna go change your diaper
Same.
now. I'm just going to clean, and then I'm going to fold it, and then we're gonna go play. Narrator.
Yes,
narrator.
Voice over.
Voice over. And I feel like it's become so helpful in the times na, I don't want to change my... No, but we have to. That's how you don't get sick. We have to change your shirt because remember, if it's wet, that's not good. As in, you just keep talking and talking and talking. And kids love stories. When you're trying to discipline your child, or let's say he's throwing a tantrum, he's 2 and he's throwing a tantrum in public, you just have to tell him, remember, after this, we're gonna go get something. You might pass a store and you might like what you see, so let's get moving so that we can walk. You just have to keep talking and talking and talking. You have to know what your child likes.
Ang sweet spot niya.
Sweet spot. And that's when your relationship will kick in. You know, we're all new mothers trying to figure this out. It's so important to have that relationship and to know yung kiliti ng anak so that you're able to tell stories to divert if you need the diversion.
And to those who have kids who are 1, 1.5, yung hindi pa talaga nagsasalita, this worked with my firstborn, and correct, I see it now, exactly what Riki said. You think they don't understand, but they do. Like, as they grow older, you keep on doing the same things, and all along pala naiintindihan nila. Well, probably not the words, but
Yes.
siguro the emotion, the energy that comes with
tone
what
of
you're
your voice.
Yes.
When you keep talking, because these are new eyes. We have to remember that our kids, 1, 2, 3, these are a new set of eyes. So when you take them out, let's say to EDSA, Guadalupe at night, and they see all these billboards, they're like, wow. And sometimes we forget that these are new eyes. So it's so helpful to have somebody like a mother there beside you saying, you look at that. That's a famous person. That's Enrique Hill, and he's smiling. But it's so important just to point these things out. And it's so important because their minds are sponges at this age. You think they won't absorb it. You think, no, I'll teach them lessons when they're older. No. You teach them lessons now so that they live it out as they grow older. This is a crucial time in your child's life. This is when they pick up the habits. This is when they pick up the values. This is when they pick up the mano and everything else. So teach them now. It's very important.
On days that you question your abilities or what you are capable of or your choices as a parent, how do you get back on track?
When my kids come up to me every day and hug me and kiss me and tell me, thank you, Mama, I love you. I know I did a good job. And that should be enough
Ako, when things get too overwhelming, I'll lock myself in my bathroom, and then I'll take breaths, and then I'll ask myself, did I do my best? And if the answer is yes, then I'm fine. But if it's not, then I'll go back out there and I'll try to remedy the situation. It always boils down to, in where you are in life, did you do your best for that situation? And you need that quiet to think it. Because you can't do that when you're taking care of children or when you're, in the middle of a discussion with your husband. You really need to be alone. You're like, I feel bad, but did I do my best? Okay,
Intention din, no?
Intention.
With that, thank you very
Yay!
much.
Thanks, guys!